Hi, Dr. Pelto here. I get a lot of questions about pain to the front of the foot, and the technical name for forefoot pain is pain to the front of the foot. It can be caused by a lot of things, and I want to go over a few of the most common ones and some of the common treatments for you. First, you have to think of how this impacts your life. You're probably coming to see someone if you have pain, if you have frustrations, or you can't walk for exercise. Specifically, this happens after a lot of people do a lot of walking. At this time, people are doing a lot of hiking, and they're doing walking for exercise, so they start to have this pain to the front of the foot. This can cause weight gain, the fear of surgery, the fear of missing out at work, and not being as active as you'd like. What can cause it? There is just a plethora of things that can cause forefoot pain. I don't want to go too much into detail about all of these, but we'll start with the most common ones. Now, if on the front of your foot, if you have pain and there's a callus there, it's probably that callus that's causing it. If you're doing a lot of walking or activity, very commonly this can cause a stress fracture. And this can be found either with a tuning fork test, which we'll talk about, or some other type of imaging like an x-ray. What's very common and very commonly misunderstood would be bone swelling. I kind of explain bone swelling like kind of like a tea kettle. If you get it really, really hot, eventually it'll kind of burst with the water in there, and it's kind of bone swelling happens, and then it leads to a stress fracture. It can also be caused by a metatarsal length, and I'll show you that in an x-ray with one bone is longer than the other. It can be caused by a plantar plate tear. So I want to share, if you hyperextend some of these joints, or if you have like a toe that goes up, like a hammer toe, it can cause an injury to the plantar plate. You could have a long metatarsal, which is a longer bone. You could have a hammer toe. Once again, this curvature of the bone here can cause more pressure. It's called retrograde pressure that can go. You can see this arrow pointing down. You can also have a neuroma, which is a pinched nerve. It could be a bunion. It could be a bone where you lose the blood supply to the bone. That's the technical term for that. You could have just fat pad reduction. When we get older, we lose the fat. So that also could be it as well. And then a tight calf. If you have a really tight calf, that can cause forefoot pain. So let's go into looking a little bit more at this. You have to look at how long you've had it. You know, if it's been less than 3 months, it's a little bit easier to get rid of. If it's been over 3 months, it takes a little bit longer. And then the treatments that you've tried.